actually our third year with the face-off show and event kind of thing, and it's a combination of 2 segments, the American Crew show. So we have 7 segments of guys, and they each have kind of a theme that we put together, really to get the response out of the crowd and really show what American Crew's, grassroots is all about.
So we've got a full runway with 60 gentlemen in 7 segments, and we've been working on the hair for the last 2 days. The pompadour is very classic American. We've really exaggerated the height of the top, the rockabilly-esque. So hopefully that's probably the strongest segment from an American theme. Very, very strong in shape. Very high through the front. Some are quite broken in texture, you'll see a bit later on, although some are very solid. So it is very classic American Crew. We use super glue to achieve the look because of its shine and its hole.
Triathletes, that is our sports segment. It ranges from mainly short, sort of they go quite aggressively short, sort of clipper work, into a bit more scalp coverage, really lean, masculine, sort of short, choppy hairstyles, a sort of bread and butter of men's grooming. Yeah, it is so exciting, and just to hear the audience enjoy it so much, that's what is really good about it.
Yeah, Thomas Crew affair is basically very classic Crew. Sophisticated suits. It's based obviously on the Thomas Crown affair, so everything's very square, as in the head shape. Quite classic kind of side partings, brush back, and very, very aggressive high tapers on the neck as well. So yeah, it's very classic Crew. That kind of, the whole sort of smart, sophisticated look is back again. You see it sort of creeping into certain shows like Mad Men and Boardwalk Empire. They're all kind of coming into that kind of classic 50s, even the 20s as well. Public Enemies, them type of films. Yeah, it's all coming back. Oh yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, couldn't ask for anything better. Yeah, it's been so stressful, but a good stressful. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's worked really well. Yeah, I love it.
One of my favourites. We've got an 80s segment and then our rowers. And the 80s. Well, was brought up in the 80s, and one of my favourite sort of themes then was just kind of like movies, like Pretty in Pink, Nerds, that type of thing, Revenge of the Nerds, and just kind of having something that was a little bit looser, a little bit more fun. That whole genre of that kind of influence from the 80s movies was like a big part of that. Second segment is the rowers, and that was really more of a salute to the start of American Crew. We've got an iconic picture that David took. Like 1994 it was taken, and it is just a lineup of rowers. The models, it's going to be a combination of influences through the decades. So you'll see some length, some short hair, some beautiful tapers, and also the different finishes from the products.
One of the looks is the collection for this year, which is New Folk, and it's all based around curl and wave and movement in the hair. For a long time, sort of curly-haired men have been ignored. Well, this season the sort of tables have turned, and we're sort of creating really nice movement and texture to coincide with nice curl as well. I think it's major demand this year. American Crew launched the new curl and boost range, which will sort of help define these styles and make them really wearable. Very excited, yeah, can't wait for tonight. It's going to be a really good night.
The second part is all about face-off, a black and white photograph competition. What we've tried to do is keep it very grassroots. So anyone can enter, any hairdressers, barbers. We've had entrants from all over the UK, and what happened was we've been judging through, and there's been a selection of judges, some of the guys from HJ as well, Matthew, has been helping with judging.
The 20 finalists are announced today, and they go through to a London final. From the London final, there is a choice of 3 actual finalists that fly over to LA and go for a 5-day photo shoot in LA. I think it's a fantastic prize. It's a shame that I'm co-hosting because I would like to enter.